in that conversation for Heisman Trophy, but we'll keep you posted. This could change through the course of the season, but right now, he is on track to hear his name called in New York. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Razorbacks ready to kick it away first. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Volunteers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Vols send out the punt unit. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So Arkansas's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Razorbacks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Hill. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Hey, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Try and play action. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Dumps it off in the flats. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll start this drive going to the air. Spins away from the defense. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this, carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Dropping back, it's Reese. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. This one's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Volunteers want to move quickly. Keeps it himself. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They go to the counter. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Hauls it in at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So here is the Tennessee offense. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first two possessions. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. And now on second down for this offense. Right back to the well. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Volunteers are facing third and inches. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Off the play fake. Might have gone into that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, here's Hardy. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Could be an alley. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Right back to the well. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. And at the end of the play, it looks as if there's an injured Razorback on the field. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to Hardy. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Vols kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On first down, it's Hardy again. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Makes the grab on the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown ball!
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. They'll do the rest. They'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ashley. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. One final play before the end of the quarter. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off-play action. Intercepting, the defense has set him up. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick creates a big mojo for your team.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David,
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Reese. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Volunteers in the hurry up. From the gun on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on third. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D quarterback.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Reads it, fires complete. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
The Volunteers want to crank the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to pass. It's Reese. He's going to fire deep. Goes high to pull it in. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. It's Hardy. Fighting off the defender. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Right back to the well. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of turning it on. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Hill. Here's a heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He's got it again. Powers through the defender. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He makes the catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give on the inside. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air. It's Reese. Snagged out of the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is on its way. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He makes the grab.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that line.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They'll try to get the first through the air, moving away from pressure. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Hill. Working that left side now. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. He'll start this drive firing. Rush is on him. He'll heave it deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The give to the single back. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. Fourth down is coming. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The run inside. It's Baker. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Iowa in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Hawkeyes sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing. Now over to your game inside Neyland Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
And the Vols will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time it's complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Hill. Throws to the tight end. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. So now it's second and long.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Complete. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Leaves it with the back. Stop cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Baker. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wilson on the carry. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to pass, it's Reese. Here's the pressure. And they got it.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line.
Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Hits the ball inside the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 29.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it.
Intercepted to stop the threat. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Well, they tried to play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
Under fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Dropping back, it's Hill. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Going to field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Hill. Sets up the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in a hurry up. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. Defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Wilson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Got his man. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it with Wilson. Tripped up for the tackle. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Got out of trouble and throws. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
So here is the Tennessee offense. So the defense sets him up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. Caught over the middle. It's Little. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll give it to him again. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. 4 wideouts set 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Reese. Oh, they're after him. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. And he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. To throw, it's Hill. Bringing the heat. Escapes. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The give as they work on that clock. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. Decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, he didn't get past a marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Hopkins. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Working on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Makes the catch, it's Baker. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Now from inside the red zone. Floating away. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.